Sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat or watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home asleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. STRO, I ain't come to play with you, life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up, I can't spend the day with you, I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find.
Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the rules. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the rules. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the rules. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Get ready, no.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Block 80! Hey, alert!
First carry for James Conner. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
Backside guys,
Meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. 20! And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Mahomes. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 50 yards. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's Williams on the catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run. It's Williams. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Throwing now. Roethlisberger on 1st down. Screen pass to Conner. Room here to run. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On 1st and 10 is Counter. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Connor. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go on?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
He's so lucky he got that.
Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, Connor looking for space. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
24 hours to kick the bucket. Fuck it. I'm trying to eat some fried chicken. You drink some Nantucket.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Alex Okafor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead.
He's got a man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw, eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Chiefs!
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breaker.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 22, Roethlisberger. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the season, who has stood out. If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Williams, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, and this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jack 15. Alert, alert. Slam, slam, slam. Recon, 132 fighter.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Right after the turnover, Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And some space here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Yeah. Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. But he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 82 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Roethlisberger.
Let's go to
The
ball.
Chiefs are going to get him. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's not able. Well short of a first down. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Out of here with
A
that.
little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Mahomes going to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
You got pick 6 right here.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Robinson with a big catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
57 colors. Yellow.
Watch the twitch.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Allen, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Watch.
His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do,
come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Come and get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Ha ha, bag a off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 36 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Retard, baby.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, easy. Kill. Hey, kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And that's incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, get that.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
We go 21, 55, move.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
66.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Juju, there's definitely a positive spirit about that man. You know, he was, I know you know this story, but he was asked in training camp by a fan to sign his head next to a tattooed Steelers logo.
Not a piece of paper on his head.
No.
Sign his head.
Sign his head. And then later Juju told reporters he'd give game tickets to that fan if he got it tattooed. Well, he did. And Juju came through with not only game tickets, but season tickets for the fan.
Well, there is a positive spirit about him, as you said. He does give good juju out there, and the fans feel it. In fact, at another practice session, he took part in a gender reveal because the fans asked him, hey, can you come over and help us out with this? He said, sure. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a boy.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Black 20. Show that bench release. Go.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And it's now 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
21. Go.
On second down, Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Check. Lucky.
third down. Here's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is
incomplete,
but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run here with Conner. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay? A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell, and a fresh start in New York with the Jets.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Switch. 50.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Mancave, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. While we got a second, we remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
26 months. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Easy, opposite. 26.
Breeze will try again on second down. And complete right side to Cook. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check 50. Check. Hey, Delta.
On first down, Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
I had 7 in a row. I lost one now. I'm winning this one right now by step 8, but it's competitive. I can move the ball and all, so it's got a matter of stopping them.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready. 5-8. Watch it, you grind. Hey, let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Easy.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone.
No way, bro.
Touchdown,
You're
New
gonna
Latavius Murray in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nice. Nice, I got a chance.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Earlier, we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th and receive a free Team Elite Fantasy Pack.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Watch the edge. Quick dash. Easy.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, easy. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. You ain't going nowhere. 12.
From the gun, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Here we go.
Here's Breeze to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Here we go. 5'9". 98 to Mike. Got you.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Gaines got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Alpha. 26
Breeze now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
13.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time. 3rd down here.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Now Breeze again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Easy, easy. Two-jet bomber.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run here with Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80. 50.
47's the mic. 45.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Mark Barrett, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26 Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, kill. 26 Mike.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Yeah, like 30.
On 1st down, Connor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On the run is Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And it So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is...
But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes
this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards.
I'm not friends with him. It's fucking weird. The whole fucking thing is weird.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. He goes 21.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Kill. Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here?
26 Mike. Quarterback double. Easy. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
One final try here for Breeze. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one. Because they were in field goal range. Could have won it with a field goal. Elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was, and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Yo, what's up, dude? I just barely won that game. Yeah, I won 7 in a row and lost 1. Now I won 1. I won 10. I won them last 2 games with the Chiefs. I mean, with the Vikings and all. Yeah, so see. What's going on, man? Just chill for a moment. That was a rough game. That was tough. They already won that shit by 2. I had 14-0. He came back, was up 21-4, something like that. And I came back and beat him. Wait a minute. Let's see if he's on there yet.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
It's not on there.
You don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run, or I can hit you with the
I'm kind of tired, man. I don't know if I can make one more game. I'm trying to think if I can get a team with a pretty... I don't know about that. They got a lot of good players, man.
I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard.
What do you think?
My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is... I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run, or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be
These are Browns.
roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is... Now get it.
Go change controllers. Another my last game of the night, man. Tomorrow I get up and do a couple things around the house, get shit done.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
180. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On the return, Carter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Out. Check 26, check 26.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Come on. You better bring it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
They're not ready for this, man. Let's get a plan
From the gun, here's Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone now, Watson rolling to his right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far is 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I won the last game by 2. I was trying to get this one.
They'll try and run for it with Miller.
He got him. He got to score quick.
For the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time.
Trying to get field goal range at least. If 10-3 would be good. Back and forth. I won 7, lost 1 now. I won 7, lost 1, 1-1. Got went.
Mayfield now. And
he hit me when I dropped him.
But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing, Mayfield. Man open left side, it's his running back with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 23 yards for the touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Watson now to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What is that? 19! 24!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
A 38-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Watson caught left side, Hopkins. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and 2, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Watson now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 42 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
Alert! 9. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
11 yards there, 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some room to work. 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 59 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Watson, sliding out of the pocket on the crossing route, complete. It's Hopkins, and they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, throw left side, taken in by Miller. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, 24. 53. Mike. I'm coming after you.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Quick move by Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Heavy on the edges. 53's the Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
He don't know no better. 53 for Mike. 53. Here it comes. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Jarvis Landry, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A first down carry now for Miller, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the this is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Hanging on, man.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started. This remains a 1-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out this game. What a great feeling for both sides of the ball.
It'll be a better feeling if the offense can just seal this thing. We'll see if they can do it.
You trying to say the defense doesn't want to go back out there again?
That's correct.
Okay.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down.
keep busting my head basically that I won.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
They say you switch, you gon' get